adequate answers to the understanding of the barbaric Russian invasion of 2014 and afterwards. The death by starvation of millions of people in Ukraine in 1932-1933 was one of the most traumatic and significant events in the turbulent 20th century history of Ukraine and its people. The famine occurred as a result of decisions taken by the top leadership of the Communist Party and the Soviet Russian state. The famine was thus man-made, intentional, artificial. Moreover, the deaths by starvation constitute an act of mass murder, which should be regarded as genocide because the Soviet top leadership used the famine as an instrument to subdue and punish Ukrainian peasantry, to terrorize its people, and to neutralize Ukrainian nationalistic feeling. The Holodomor, Ukrainian word for Holod, hunger, and Mord, extermination, took place in the context of repressions of Ukraine's intellectual figures and political leadership, and the social and national questions in Ukraine were closely linked to the atrocity. Raphael Lemkin, born 1900, died 1959, an expert in international criminal law with a particular interest in the prevention of mass human extermination, who coined and promoted the term genocide, identified the Holodomor as, quote, the classic example of Soviet genocide. Lemkin's ideas on genocide served as the basis of the document we've been speaking of, the United Nations Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of Genocide in 1941. It should be noted that the final document was influenced by Stalin's redlining in order to mitigate the USSR's accountability for its actions in the 1930s. The convention defines genocide as acts, quote, having intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group as such, unquote. In a speech given in 1953, as well as articles he wrote later, Lemkin applied the term genocide to the Holodomor and the attempt to destroy the Ukrainian nation. What are these integral components of what is genocide? 1, the decimation of the Ukrainian national elites, the political and cultural leaders of the nation. 2, the destruction of the Ukrainian autocephalous independent Orthodox Church, its clergy, and its hierarchy. 3, the starvation of the Ukrainian farming population, the black earth workers of Ukraine, the Holodomor, and its replacement with non-Ukrainians, with ethnic Russians, as the Ukrainians died or exported, and not allowed to see food in any other place. There has been a growing awareness of this truth in Europe. First, in 1993, Estonia declared Holodomor as genocide, following Hungary, Lithuania, Georgia, Poland, Latvia, Portugal in 2017. In 2022, Czech Republic, Moldavia, Germany. In 23, Bulgaria, Iceland, France, Slovenia, Luxembourg, Slovakia, Croatia, Netherlands, and Italy. In total, 19 European nations have recognized the genocide that is called Holodomor. And in 2022, the European Parliament also recognized Holodomor as the genocide. We ask that the European Union continue to use the language of genocide as applicable and authentic, not just to 1932-33, but to the 21st century Russian atrocities and brutality. We ask that the International Court investigate the acts of violence against Ukrainian citizens as acts of genocide as well as crimes against humanity. In the faith with the mantra, never again, we ask that constant attention be given to the plight of over 20,000 children abducted and brainwashed, Ukrainian children losing their heritage and their Ukrainian soul. We ask that the reparations that will be formulated be commensurate to the genocidal behavior that makes that request authentic and legitimate. Thank you so much.